Tell me this isn't a face you can love. Hello everyone, Jeremy here. Today I am going to do something different. I am doing a user commentator edition, which is something I've never done. Basically, I'm just wanting to reply to a comment I got that was regarding Krell, which made me think about some things I never had and rewatch the episodes featuring him because there's still a lot about that we don't quite know, and I want to delve into it. Oh, and just so we're clear, spoiler alert. Well, spoiler alert, I'm gonna ruin the episodes, obviously. But also, at the end of this, I'm pretty sure I'm still coming down on the line of, he's a racist piece of trash. But there's some interesting things to think about here. So let me read the comment from Everett Merrill. Krell seemed like a jerk at the time, but if you think about the importance of the episode, Krell caught on to what was going on and knew the clones had other programming. Now, when I rewatched, I could not remember why he turned. For some reason, I've hated him so much, I couldn't rewatch the episodes. I simply couldn't. I couldn't stand the guy. But rewatching it and kind of detaching myself, I realized how really good these episodes are, for one. These episodes are fantastic. They're gut-wrenching, but they're so good. They're so well paced. The action is really good. The story, the brotherhood story, that camaraderie, that the fact that even Dogma is such a good character because he was the blind, loyal clone, which is what Krell was looking for. And I didn't remember. He actually had a vision. He actually had a vision of the Empire taking over, of Palpatine winning, and that is why he did everything he did. That is insane. I don't know why I didn't hold on to that. I think it's just because I hated him so much that, I think of Krell, I see red. But dude knew what was going on. So this comment I'm struggling with if it's 100% accurate though, because I think, rewatching the episode, I think Krell knew the Empire was coming. He had seen it in a vision. So he knew the Empire was coming. He knew Palpatine was coming. Not necessarily 100% like, oh, I know what the Empire is. Oh, I know Darth Sidious is in charge. No, more, the Force visions that we've seen are pretty vague. So I'm assuming he knew. He knew to a degree. So I don't know, because I was watching this looking for any clue. I don't think he actually knew the clones were programmed, because that was a pretty big secret. I don't even know if is it in canon that Dooku knows they're programmed, because I've not seen anything about that. If it is, leave that in the comments below. I really want to know if there is somewhere out there where it actually finally says, yeah, Dooku knew they were programmed and Order 66 would eventually come, because I don't think he knew that. I really don't. I think Sidious kept that one pretty close to the chest, or vest. What is that saying? Pretty close secret. Krell didn't really, I think, have all the pieces to the puzzle. He just saw the big picture. He knew whoever won this war, it didn't matter at this point, because the Sith were going to rule. I think that's where he was going. So I don't think that he knew the clones themselves were going to turn on the Jedi. I just don't. But at the same time, I could be really wrong. That's what's fascinating. That is an open-ended discussion. Like I said, I was watching it, going through the episode with a fine-tooth comb. He doesn't really ever reveal his hand on that. He, from the onset, hates the clones, and before the clones even meet him, they're talking about the fact that, when they first meet him, I should say, they're talking about the fact that he has the highest casualty rate of anyone in the Republic. So this guy already has established himself as, with bloody hands, essentially, 4 of them. This is just an example of a general who doesn't work like Anakin. So at the same time, at the beginning especially, because I was watching it, again, I took a step back. I was watching it from Krell's perspective to a degree, because here he is dealing with clones who aren't necessarily wanting to follow his orders, who are constantly questioning his orders. Any normal general would be kind of upset with that. Granted, going back to my comment of piece of trash, but from a storytelling perspective at least, at that point you could give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. benefit of the doubt. See if I can speak today. That makes me think he didn't know about the program. He didn't even sense it yet. He was so dismissive of the clones even before, because how long ago was this vision? I'm guessing this vision wasn't that long ago, or else he would have been found out way before this. He positioned himself to make good with the Separatists with this mission. He could have done that in another mission. He could have done that with any other mission. He could have done that with his own troops in some other mission to just make himself look good to the Separatists and have them bring him into the fold. Because that was his whole goal. That was his mission. Oh, I want to make Dooku happy and have him bring me in so I can be his like second in command or something. That was what he was going for. So he could have done that on any other assignment, really. As long as he was on the front line. Yeah, you could totally do that. Heck, he made it harder on himself a little bit because these weren't his clones. And he had Obi-Wan who was supposed to be bringing him support and he's supposed to be supporting. He was kind of in a situation where he wasn't making it easy for himself. This had to be recent that he went full on, no, I'm going to be a Dark Jedi. Which, by the way, I also realized in this episode, this might be the first canon reference we have to a Dark Jedi. Because he's not a Sith yet. This is a Jedi who has just chosen the dark side. That's a Dark Jedi. I don't know that we've got any of those really in canon before Krell, anyways. One other thing I have to point out, they mention in the episode that Sidious is the one that recalled Anakin and left the troops so that Krell could come in and take over. Two things. One, I think Sidious orchestrated all of this. All of this. He is the person who gave Krell, I think, the visions. My guess. My educated guess from just being a Star Wars nerd. I think he had this plan. I think he realized, ooh, I can turn this Jedi. I can turn this guy to the dark side. And he went for it. He was like, oh yeah, I'm going to recall Anakin in this hotbed, this hot spot where we've got to take care of some business. And I'm going to send this guy in and see if we can't turn him completely. So I think that's exactly what was happening there. And also, but because it's Sidious, because it's Palpatine, it was two-pronged. He sent Krell there to get those clones killed, because I've talked about this in Anakin videos before. Because those clones, the 501st, Rex especially, and Fives, who are all really close with Anakin, they're a support structure for him. They provide support. That's something Palpatine does not want Anakin to have. He wants Anakin to rely on him. So I think he sent Krell there because not only did he think he could turn Krell, but he would possibly remove Anakin's support by getting those clones killed and slaughtering them all, pushing Anakin further to the dark side, and leaving Anakin more susceptible to his influence. So Krell, while again trash, was still, even though he was calling the clones pawns in the episode, he was the pawn. Like the poetry of that. So tell me what you think. Do you have any of your own theories about this? Because that question just really sent me down a path of, well, thinking about this, and then there's this, and then there's this, and then it made me rewatch the whole episodes. And quite frankly, it's the most I've ever enjoyed those episodes, rewatching them this time, where I kind of took that step back. But yeah, if you have theories or anything about Krell you want to say below, leave those in the comments below. And I'm going to start doing these more often, where I pull out comments, and talk about them on some of the videos. So yeah, please leave your own theories and comments down there. I love talking to them, and I love chatting with you on the board, which I'm going to continue to do as well. If you enjoyed this, please hit like and hit subscribe if you have not already. It helps out the channel so much. It's ridiculous, and I really appreciate it. Also, if you would like to, retweet it? Where am I? If you would like to share this with friends, I would truly appreciate it as well, to get more people in the community and get more of these cool questions and things like that we can discuss and have videos on. So Before I go, as always, please take care of yourselves, and please take care of each other. Thanks for watching.